When the evening settles and the day grows still, stories rise softly from memory's hill. These are the letters we carry inside, stories of love, loss, and pride. Welcome, my friend, to Porch Light Letters.
Hey, kia ora, Helen Brimes here, coming to you live from Raumati Beach in New Zealand. Yes, that was a different place name. I am currently dog sitting for a couple of days, so it's kind of fun. I've got a new location, a new view, just a couple of minutes walk to the beach with a drop of about this big to get down onto the beach. Can't do that with the dogs, so we've got to go to walk longer and go to a different access point, but that's okay. Welcome to Porch Light Letters podcast number 2422. What if family members contradict each other? This is a good thing. Now, I have been in many situations when I have heard many stories told and people go, no, it didn't happen that way, and they put their little 2 cents worth in. And somebody else goes, no, it didn't happen that way. That is a good thing because we don't interpret or see the things the same way, which is awesome. Because when you get different people's perspectives, you're getting a more rounded view of what happened, and everybody experiences things differently. So different memories often reflect different experiences rather than mistakes. So if somebody turns around and says, oh, it was on August and if the date is wrong, maybe correct them. But, if they're talking about what happened, don't correct, add. So some of the things that you need to be careful of with when family members contradict each other is recognize that memory is subjective. This means that people remember events through personal perspectives. Two siblings may recall the same childhood moment differently because their experiences were not identical. Everybody interprets everything differently. Memory reflects emotion, not just fact. If you've ever seen the movie, I'm pretty sure that movie's called Perspective. Hang on, now I've got to go double check because I keep saying it's called Perspective, but something in my head is saying it's not called Perspective. But let me have a quick look because I thought it was. Perspective. I can't spell today. I think that was it. Nope, it was a movie. Oh, it was a really cool movie too. And it wasn't called Perspective. Oh, hang on, that could be it there. Nope. Okay. So it wasn't called Perspective. Now I've got to go figure out what the movie is. Vantage Point. I think that was it. Vantage Point. Was that the one? Vantage Point. Yeah, it's called Vantage Point. And what the movie Vantage Point is it came out in 2008, has Dennis Quaid in it, and Forrest Whitaker's in there, Matthew Fox is in there, Bruce McGill, and a lot of other people. But it says the attempted assassination of the American president is told and retold from several different perspectives. And basically, he's in Spain. He's giving an address in the public square. You see all these different people around and everything else, and then shots ring out. The president falls, and a few minutes later, we hear a distant explosion. Then a bomb goes off in the square. Those minutes are retold several times, emphasizing different characters' actions and what they saw. Gradually, we discover who is behind the plot, and the Secret Service one step ahead. Is the Secret Service one step ahead, or have the president's adversaries thought of everything? Every time you see a replay from a different perspective, it adds to the story. So then you go through all of that part again, and then they add a new piece on the end. And it's basically starting at, this is when the shot rang out. Where were you? What did you do? What did you see? What did you hear? And then it takes it back to the origin of it. It's really, really cool. And so every time I think of people experiencing things different, I always think of that movie. Some people might get confused with all the replays and everything they do, but you're constantly adding to the story. They're constantly gaining more information with each person they talk to. And they add it into the storyline and into the timeline so they get a bigger picture of what's going on. So when you're doing this, it's the same kind of thing. Everybody experiences everything differently. Everybody will hear something different or see something different or feel something different. Document every version respectfully. Each account deserves to be preserved. Recording multiple perspectives allows future researchers to explore the complexity of family stories. Respectful documentation keeps history inclusive. Compare memories with records. Documents such as letters, census entries, newspapers may provide context for conflicting memories. Records can confirm timelines or locations. Combining evidence with personal stories strengthens the understanding. And that's what they do in this movie Vantage Point, is that they're constantly taking everybody's perspective and things and adding their story into the timeline. And then they go, they run back through it again. Have we missed anything? What else can we put in here? What else was missed? Look for shared themes. Even when details differ, stories often contain common emotional themes. For example, multiple relatives may describe a difficult economic period in slightly different ways. These patterns reveal underlying truth. Accept that some questions may remain unresolved. Family history does not always produce a single clear answer. Contradictions are part of human storytelling. Accepting uncertainty allows the narrative to remain honest. Pretty cool. Why does all this matter? Multiple perspectives enrich a family history. The more stories you can gather and you can collect, and the more perspectives, the more rounded the story becomes, the more truthful the story becomes. If everybody just goes, oh yeah, well, ask them because they know all the details. No, they don't. That person might know the facts, but their interpretation of them with their emotions is completely different to everybody else's. So the more you can get, the more rounded the story is going to be. Practical takeaways: record every version and let evidence guide interpretation. If you want help interpreting family stories, send us a private message and let's get set up for a 30-minute discovery call where we can help get you on the path for interpreting your family stories. And in closing, different memories together create a fuller story. And with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hakonara.
The stories we carry stay bright through the night. A small steady glow in the fading light. Stories of love, loss and pride we share. Until we meet again, keep the porch light burning.